Hi, and welcome back to A Positive Light. I am your host, Joni Lane, and we have a really special show for you today. Before we start, I wanted to do a couple of announcements. Monday night meditation at the A Positive Light Meditation Center in Kelseyville at 7 o'clock. Every Monday, there's no cost. We are a non-profit, so all donations are appreciated, what you can afford. But we are open at 7 o'clock for 1 hour for meditation. And that meditation is a variety of different kinds of meditations. Some nights we may do mindfulness, sati meditation. Another night we may do metta or loving kindness meditation or vipassana insight meditation. Perhaps we might do some chanting or drumming. So depending on the night you come and what we feel like doing, I try to do a series, but it depends on the group and the group's energy as well. So please know that you're welcome to join us any Monday at 7 o'clock. The second Tuesday of every month, I do hold a 12 in Zen, which is based on the book by Bill Krumbeen, 12 in Zen. And that is the second Tuesday of every month, as I said, at 7 o'clock. And that is also no cost and a donation-based group. The 12 in Zen is based on the traditional AA 12 steps, but it also extends to Zen practitioner 12 steps and also 12 steps of societal normal. And we pair those steps with a Buddhist koan, which is a story or a parable, and we meditate and see what comes up. And this can lead to a different understanding of ourselves and our steps, and opens up a new way of thinking sometimes. We often share what we come up with and learn from each other. And if we have 12 people in the group, there will be 12 different ideas that come up, which is great because then we can all learn something from each other. On the last Friday of every month, I hold a Reiki Healing Circle. And this particular class, I do ask for you to sign up for ahead of time because space is limited. And I need to know ahead of time how many people can be there. This month is full. But next month, last Friday of next month is open. And I believe that's on the 30th. I'll have to check my calendar. But the last Friday of every month. There is a $10 requested donation for that. Simply because it's a 2-hour from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock with quite a bit of setup. And I give Reiki to you. And all you have to do is just lay there, enjoy it, and soak it up. On November 8th, I have a very special guest coming on Sunday, November 8th at 11 o'clock for a day-long workshop. And that's Kevin Griffin. And Kevin Griffin is an author of many books. Burning Desire, Buddhism and the 12 Steps, One Breath at a Time, and his newest book, Recovering Joy. And Kevin speaks all over the world, and we're very fortunate to have him in our little community to come join us for a very intimate group where he can teach a day long and spend the time with each person talking on a one-on-one basis instead of in front of a large group. So he's excited about that, and we're really excited about having him. He's been with us before for day-longs, and he's agreed to come again and talk about his new book, and of course his insights on meditation and 12 steps. So any of this information that I've talked about is on the website, apositivelight.com. and the calendar page, and I've tried to make it as easy as possible for you to join Kevin's group by adding a PayPal button on there so that you can go ahead and reserve your space by hitting that PayPal button, and it immediately alerts me on my email and lets me know who you are and the space has been reserved for you. Keep in mind that there is limited space. So the sooner you reserve your space, the better chance you have of joining us for that day long. And the following day, on the 9th, he will be here on my show, and we'll be talking further about his book and his insights. But the workshop is something that's really exciting, and I'm really excited to share that with you. So please let me know as soon as you can that you'd like to reserve your space. Today we have Lama Norbu, who has joined us, and we have a studio group on cushions, and he will be telling us a little bit about himself, where he's from, his background, and doing some demonstrations for us. We have a wonderful group of meditators here, and I'm really happy to have you. Thank you for joining us today. So, Lama, thank you very much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Would you please tell the audience a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how long you've been here, what you do?
Yes. Thank you, first of all. So great joy to be part of Lake County and the meditation group. I never thought to have an amazing, group here. So for me, it's a great privilege to be here. Myself, I was a former monk. Studied at the monastery in South India, 20 years. I was at the monastery, traditional training. Then also I trained to be yogi way, and I studied a lot of yogi and yoga, particularly physical movement. And now back 10 years ago, monastery sent me to America to teaching Tibetan the Dharma. Tibetan, more like a Dharma, like a monastic way. Just recently, last 2 years, I got permission from my teacher, my guru, to deliver the yoga teaching, Tibetan yoga teaching to the Western, students from America, which is the best place and best people I love so much. They give me so much. So my practice is very simple, Tibetan yoga. Have you practiced Tibetan yoga before?
I have various different kinds, yes.
Oh, what kind of you practice?
Most of my training has been in the same type of Vietnamese.
Oh, Vietnamese, yeah.
Zen yoga.
Oh, Zen
meditations.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, what was the name of your teacher?
My teacher is we call the laughing yogi.
The laughing yogi.
Laughter yogi.
Laughter yogi.
My teacher, no teaching much about the intellectual, knowledge. I have so many teachers, and the Tibetan Buddhists, they require a lot of, study texts. So you have to study your own so many teachers. But the teacher I mission deep in my heart, my guru, is the one. Don't give me no much about the intellectual. It's more like a father to me, because I become monk since I was a little kid. So we study at the monastery. He take care of, look after us. Sometimes he little bit punish us, but he's always laughing, always joyful feeling, and always moving his hand different way. We just follow. We never thought that's a yoga. They enter. When time is ready, your energy is awakening. Each movement he demonstrate in front of you without, you knowing, is coming back. And suddenly, I feel like, wow, this crazy man.
That's nice. So you grew up in Tibet then?
Yeah, and my family is, we try to. A lot of Tibetans move into, a lot of our ancestors is from Tibet. But eventually when we become monastery, move to India, move to Nepal, it's a huge Tibetan community. So Tibetan is no longer belong to this, that it's become like a universal citizens. Right. We are more used to be, It's particularly for the Buddha's teachings, it's a totally selfless push. So selfless means you don't have a nationality. You must have less attachment for your nationality, attachment for your religion, and whatever color making you identify who you are is not truly in the deep meditation. So for me, my guru is kind of like he's no give so much knowledge, but he make us living joyful life. One powerful teaching he gave is laughing. So that's why his nickname is Laughter Lama. And his Dharma name is Geshe Tancho Zambo. Tancho. Danchu is like a dharma in the Tibetan word.
Okay.
Zambu means precious one. Danchu Zambu, and he passed away, for back. But his teaching is I carry with myself. They will continue, goes generation after generation. Yeah.
Nice. So I remember hearing a story that you said when I met you a few months ago. You were telling a story about how you didn't really understand suffering until you came to this country and all of our conveniences that we have.
Yes, yes.
And so can you explain a little bit about attachment and
Yes.
suffering in the United States, how
Thank you.
we have a lot of conveniences
Yeah.
here?
So there's a different, level of suffering. The suffering we notice from physical level is a visible suffering, like poverty, living very little food. In India, monastery, we only have a little food when I was monastery. Always starving. Starvation is our number one enemy. Always hungry. But though that kind of suffering, I don't really feel so much suffering, pain, because spiritually I'm so strong, because surrounded by all these enlightened beings, all that time, all the guru, 1980s, all the great teachers left. They're living very like a light. You just walking close to them, you feel the vibration, and even you're suffering, maybe you're hungry, but all this physical level of suffering is I don't really thinking it's a big deal. But until I came to also the living with the sangha, we're living monastery is more easy, because a monastery you're living with the community. You don't need to worry about all food, all this, everything, because monastery were organizing, they providing all this for you.
So you're working together.
Yeah, together.
To provide
community,
for each other.
Providing. But came to American, everything, particularly I take off my robe. I thought I'm not gonna be a monk, because so many ways I need to respect my robe. My robe, I be honest with my robe. But a lot of times American is incredible country, good, bad, everything, like an ocean. Then I realized for the respect of my robe, I take off my robe and giving my vow back. Then I join, be part of society. I want to join into they're becoming the real person. Then you think it's easy, but the concept reality is not that easy. American, everyone is starving to survive. You're gasoline, you're driving, you cannot walk to many places. First you need the transportation, then you need to put the gas in, you need to all this, all that, insurance. Oh my gosh, American people is under so much pressure, emotionally, So more than the monastery, many things I don't need to worry. But it comes to American, every small, never fit that kind of, psychological depression. Because society, how people look at you, and how you need to provide yourself to the society, everything is like a show. And we're all like a performers. And performers, you have to change the dress all the time. And the weather is so hot. Sometimes we have to wear really big, winter clothes in the hot summer. And sometimes we have to wear little clothes in the winter snow. It's so depressed. And people I feel like so innocent, That's why I say American feel strong suffering because of how we living.
Right, and so you being raised as a small child, as a monk, very simple life.
Yeah.
The community, all giving and taking from each other, providing food, clothing.
Yes.
It's very simple.
Yeah,
There's
very
not
simple.
a whole lot that you really need when you're in a monastery.
Definitely.
But when you come to this country, there is an expectation
Yes,
that
yes.
we need to be a certain way, or
Yeah,
look
yeah, yeah.
a certain way, or act a
yeah,
certain
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And it is like putting a costume on.
Yes.
Every day we put our costume on.
Yeah.
And we go out into the world and
Yeah.
play our part,
Yes, yes.
and then come home. And it's kind of how this country is. It just
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
And there's nothing really wrong with that,
Yeah,
good or
definitely.
bad. But I think because we are that way in this country, it's often very good to
Yeah.
come back, sit quietly, remind yourself who you are
Yes,
underneath that costume,
definitely.
and get back in touch with that person.
Wonderful. That's
be
such
authentic.
amazing, because there's nothing wrong with perform the different acting different people, but be conscious of your actor, not involved to become the actor itself, character itself. Because every time we're on the emotion, we become actor. Then we become the character itself, and sometimes it become losing your.
You get lost.
Yeah. So that's what I very like your answer, because I truly experienced that through my yoga. So everything you do, and like an American, all this challenge, all this what we struggle to survive, we have to provide ourselves everything perfect. But as long as you keep yourself, remain your perform, you don't lose your true who you are. That's the
Yeah.
power. That's the best meditation. Mindfulness is to remember your, your perform.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel many times that because of what I do, which is try to help people understand their meditation, how to explain to people the mindfulness and what that means, I often give and give and give, and I forget to take care of me. And I feel empty because
Yeah.
I'm giving,
Yeah.
and I forget to fill back up.
Yeah.
So the way I look at it sometimes is inside of us is a nut, like a seed. And that's our being, that's who we truly are, our Buddha nature. And if we don't nourish that and allow that to grow, we hide it with this Americanized stuff that we just kind of pack it down and gets
Yeah.
lost in there. And we forget who that is. We forget to get in touch with that and to nurture
Yes.
that.
And that's a good way. And for the Tibetan yoga, my experience I want to share with you, would also share with the audience is a lot of times we do the visualized meditation, where meditation is more like a thinking. What is meditation? It's thinking for majority people. Some thinking good way, maybe good meditation. Some thinking wrong way, maybe you don't call the meditation. Meditation is on the thinking. The suffering of all the negativity is thinking too. So we need to thinking to overcome the thinking. Then when you overcome that thinking, then another thinking will arise. So thinking after thinking, one after another, is the suffering of a cycle of existence. For the Buddha's teaching, we call the samsara. So for the Tibetan the yogas, all these yogis, they are so much like a body scientist, because Tibetan have the natural environment. Himalaya is a huge, you have to face it with a huge cold weather in the mountain.
Oh yes.
So yogis living very little food, in the little clothes, living in the cave. So they have to facing with the situation, facing with the environment. So then they slowly started, they recognize our body can do so much things with the pranayama, with your breathing, because they notice when you're thinking wrong, your prana change. When you become peaceful, your prana become peaceful. And the prana comes with thought. When prana is peace, then thought is peaceful. When prana is unbalanced, you suddenly losing the balanced mind, losing your peace.
Right.
So then all this emotion is based on the prana, it's the wind. which is your breath. So that's where you can improve your quality of your breathing. Then you can live in peaceful life.
Yes.
So all this, the teaching of my focus, these 2 years of teaching is provide this kind of technique through the blessing of teachers and the traditions, the lineage gurus, and myself practice and of changing myself. Then I become more and more joy. I say, my gosh, this is such a great gift.
It is.
I want to share with the people unconditionally. Wherever I go, I say, you don't need to call the Buddhist. I'm not a Buddhist even. I say, I'm just a human being. That's the first thing in my mind. And then secondary, then I may put maybe this faith, that faith. It's fun. First put myself, that's the main reason I take off a rope, one reason, yeah. As long as I say we are one, but I wear Buddhist robe, I don't feel like I'm one, you know. Sometimes the take off is a sacrifice, but when through the sacrifice, then you back into the real ocean. So,
it's interesting because I've taken years of practice from my teachers, which came from Burma, most of them. And I received my robes in Bali, at the monks in Bali. There's a very small community of Buddhist monks there. But coming back to America, it doesn't feel correct to wear the robes in this society, because it almost makes me feel that I'm trying to portray something that I'm not. I think Americans look at people in robes differently than we mean to be looked at. So in order to be accepted and to be heard for what I'm trying to say, I don't wear the robes. I try to wear the conventional clothing that is overlooked, because you're not wearing a costume. Because I want people to hear my heart and what I'm trying to say, not my appearance.
Yes.
So it's different wearing robes in another country where they're used to seeing the robes than it is here.
Wow.
So that's how I feel when I wear.
Me too.
Okay.
When I was a weird robe, all the congregation members come to the temple with very respect. Then I say, "Whoa, this American, all these people, so kind, so peaceful." Then after I take off my robe, I become one of them. I realize all the people is not what I see. The part of I saw is the good part of themselves. I never saw completely of the person. So if I don't really completely see the person, I cannot completely help them. So you want to be a completely help them, you have to be a completely yourself. So that's a interdependent origination, you know, one and the other. Yeah, so related. So it's cool, you know, when I was change robe first thing I need to survive, I need to have a car and to have a place to stay. Oh, this is a reality, you know, not that easy. Then you have to worry about your immigration, you have to worry about this, that, everything is cost money. They're not happening, you just pray. You must have to be realistic. Then all those years of training and the reality comes, then you're facing with this reality. It's a huge difference.
Very.
Then eventually you see the dark side of human beings, and they can be mean to each other, and can be really, you know, the manipulate each other, all this side. Then suddenly you become renounced. You suddenly, like if someone find a deep love, then once hurt by the love, then they suddenly never want to go back to love, because they see the reality of, you know, pain. I saw a lot of my friends, even myself going through that part too. Then I remember the Zen meditation, they used to say, first stage, when you see the mountain, it's not a mountain. When you see the water, river, it's not a river. It's the stage of the renunciation. When you're hurting by love, you're hurting by whatever you hurt, you see the reality, you give up, you renounce. But that's the first stage. Once you realize the reality, the pain of the relationship, you can be more appreciative and involved deeply back to the love. That's the second stage of a Zen master say, You see the mountain is still mountain. You see the river is still river. But you don't shift by their appearance.
Right.
Yeah. So then you can totally dissolve to in love. Yeah.
Because of your acceptance.
Yeah.
Can you speak to us a little about interconnectedness? Maybe you can explain a little bit to the people listening.
Yeah.
They may not understand what you mean by interconnectedness.
Yeah. Interconnected origination is the teaching of Lord Buddha. It's the reality of all the phenomena, how it exists. For the Tibetan yogas, the Guru's advice, my Guru's teaching for me, and deeply connecting to myself practice, is I using body. Wherever I connect in something, I always take in my body first. Body, speech, in mind. Body always is the door. So the practice of Dharma is practice the body, because the body has sucking a lot of negative karma. Body carry a lot of pain. Body carry all this, the good or bad goes to the body. You survive because of body. How you survive, you eat. What food you feed, then what body you become. And what thinking you thinking, then they also impact to your body. And then what speech you spoke also impact to your body. So that's why if you awareness with your body, then you pretty much aware all these negativities. Because your body become more sensitive, you become sensitive with everything, conscious with everything. So that thing must go through the first stage, I call the pain experience, which is lotus posture. That is the lotus posture for all the Buddhism, not only Tibetan Buddhism. They all highly recommend the people to sit in lotus posture, full lotus posture. For me, when I sit in full lotus posture, I feel like a pain rising first here, because a lot of negativity is sucking in the low body. So low body is completely blocked. Then we're disconnecting with Mother Earth. That's the first relativity level, interdependent. We are related to the earth. We are standing on the Mother Earth. So Mother Earth is the first thing we can appreciate. But once your low chakra is blocked, you never thinking appreciate Mother Earth, because the energy, the whole is blocked. You can speak and say Mother Earth, but you don't feel that.
You're not connected.
You don't connect it.
Right.
Connection is not from the word. Connection comes with the spontaneously. So that's why when your low chakra is closed, low body is closed, raising so much pain. And most where you have an immune system problem, these people. For today modern people, most people we have an immune system. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we have to care about the food, we care about that change all the time. Every time we look at the science magazine, they say that good, we all jump into that. Then suddenly they find that that's wrong, then we all come back. We're like a white mouse in the scientific, what called the scientific? Experiment, yeah. Like a white mouse. Maybe some mouse is in the highest quality of scientists, the office. Maybe some mouse is a very low quality scientist, no quality, the mouse. Only that different. Otherwise, how we thinking, every day how we think, how we believe, and how become what we believe. Everything is what the knowledge you gain from the information from the news, your knowledge from the your environment, your circumstance. You're not truly who you are. They provide who you are. That's why the information is so powerful. Sometimes some of my friends, I can say, oh, my friend just train on the TV. They look at some channel they don't like, a news station. They say, that's so conservative. Then just watch it. Then I say, don't complain. They say, why? I say, you continue watch it, then you complain. That's complicated. Yeah. So you become one of, So that's why sometimes human being, we have a choice. Every information comes to you, you have a right to, don't take it. Or you take it. You have a choice. Once you take it, then you regret, then you complain. That's just too, ignoring, So
That's a whole new, different samsara right there. It's
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a whole
that's
cycle.
is the truly dependent origination of one's peace and the external environment. It's pretty much related to the dependent. So origination means the cause for the Buddhas. So every information, everything you receive, like we all have iPad these days. We all have iPhone, and each year is change.
Yeah.
There's a new brand is coming.
Yes.
Then we all waiting for. Then each brand is so expensive too, but it's so good, really beautiful, so good. I myself so much enjoy. One day I was to use it. I said, how comes all this called iPad, iPhone? You know, I, me, I. So, I say that's a reflection from my side. You cannot complain the iPhone, Apple, because you too much I. The universe providing something beautiful. You feel so connected. As long as you don't give up yourself ego, you still have to follow the,
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Well, we will be taking a break now.
Okay.
And then when we come back, maybe you could play some music for us and
Yes.
then demonstrate how
Yoga.
some
give
of
a
your
very
yoga.
simple-
Yeah. And,
Thank you.
so we'll be back in a couple of minutes after this break. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're invited to participate in a true multimedia experience coming to a home near you. LCM TV is bringing Lake County into the new millennium with news, live broadcast, information, music, talk shows, and local programming, all streaming in high definition online and soon to be on your Roku box. Join us at lcm-tv.com or be a part of our studio audience. You can also watch the shows at lakecomagazine.com as we provide programming to inform, enlighten, and maybe even enrage you. On Lake County Magazine Talk Show with Terry and Pete the Tax Guy, Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. Joni Lane brings a positive light to you every Monday at 3 p.m. Pasha Space brings an international flair as they discuss ecological, health, and social issues in Haiti with people around the world. End up your week with positive, conscious sounds on Saturday at 9 a.m. with Sister T on the Bridge. This show is also simulcast on KMEC 105.1 FM in Ukiah. Our latest show, LCM TV News, is brought to you live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at noon, featuring national, regional, and local news, weather, and sports. We have it all here for you on your local TV station, LCM TV. Join us online and soon on Roku, giving you access to all the best Lake County has to offer. We are lcmtv.com, your multimedia connection. Tune in for the fun. It's live TV at its best.
Hi and welcome back. This is Joni and this is A Positive Light, and today we have Lama Norbu as our guest, and we've been really enjoying hearing you speak and explaining your beliefs and how you see things. I'm hoping that now you can maybe give us a little demonstration on some of your teachings of yoga.
Yeah. Okay.
And prana yoga.
Yeah, prana yoga,
Which is
Tibetan yoga.
Breathing.
Yeah, breathing. Tibetan yoga have so much postures. All yoga do,
Yes.
They are 4,000, hundred, different postures. So for the Western teachings, you have to go with the level 1, level 2. I think we can go jump into level 100.
Okay, let's just jump right into level 100.
But for my personal experience, there's no much such level. There's no such a beginner in the middle and the high. Everything is equal. Don't put yourself thinking you're beginners. Always, that's wrong. Because some beginners, they're so good, they're virtuous. They can be very easily, get into. And some higher training one, sometimes become more stumble. And they have so much knowledge, but they don't implement, they don't put it into their life, and somehow they become more difficult to live enlightened. So sometimes enlightenment or joyful life is just keep yourself simple. Simplicity is the key. So for the pranayamas, traditionally, what I give this teaching called the Dumo yoga. Dumo means du means like almost like a devil. Mo means like a family. So Dumo means like a wrathful goddess.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is not truly mean the person. It's mean that your energy level is your yin energy, yin yang energy. Your yin energy. Yin and the yang is like your visible, all the visible creature is a yang energy. All the energy you cannot visible, you cannot visualize, all this beyond your limitation is a yin energy.
Okay.
So that's where that's feminine energy is more like a yin energy. Okay. So our life we have a huge hiding energy in this low body. So particularly the door is from the Neva chakra. So there's a huge life force sleeping there. So we don't use it. So the Tibetan Dumo Yoga is try to awaken that part of your energy. To do that, you need to prepare for receive the true yoga. You need to do a 3 years retreat, at least.
3 years.
3 years, you have to do all kinds of things, from morning 3 o'clock to evening 9 o'clock. So all day, continually practice for 3 years, 3 months, 3 day retreat. After you've done that, then you go back to your master. The master look at you and say, "Oh, wonderful. Oh, you're doing great. Go back another 3 years will be great." Wow. Then how you can play with the master? Then you go back another 3 years, and then 6 years. Then go back to master again. Maybe he sent you back another 3 years. So all this is exercise of our devotions. So all the spiritual, the teaching is based on the devotions. Sometimes more harder to gain, we more appreciate. More easy to gain, we don't see the value. That's the human nature. So for me, my guru used to say, wherever you see is precious ones, you can give it. So that's why my teaching is very easy. I go with like if you can sit in lotus posture, you can sit in lotus posture, full lotus. If not, you can sit in like a half posture. Then maybe like this. It's very easy. Don't see, this is not really good because energy blocked, the yin yang blocked. So that's a little bit like this. Or maybe like just sitting like this is fine. Yeah, so whatever.
And some people are going to sit in chairs because they do have physical limitations, so we want them to be able to walk out of here.
Some people on the chair, you can put like your feet, you sitting chair like this, toss your finger inside a little bit, like see, toss inside. Then just keep your back straight. Keep your back straight.
Let's see, what can I do?
Your spinal cord keep straight.
There we go.
So if you're sitting in the chair, then what you do is once you took the posture ready, the very simple with a mantra, powerful mantra called the Ha. So Ha is the universe, the mantra. It's like a Ha is a symbol of the laughing. When someone happy, what they do? Ha 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 ha. So no matter east or west, no matter who you are, you don't need to know the language. But once you heard those people is laughing, then you feel safe. Yeah, you be their neighbor. If you don't see anything, no laughing, nothing, you're a little bit scared. What's going on? These people. So that's why laughter is the best fishing massage, fishing yoga.
Okay.
Yeah, when you're laughing, You don't need to go plastic surgery, you know, put so many chemical to damage your beauty. You're just laughing. Then also, when you're laughing, your teeth is good for circulations. The new fresh air will go in. Then someone who is always depressed, they always close the mouth. So they go look at it. They go look at this. Mm-hmm. So once that happens, your body energy is go low. Yeah. Once you do like this, your body energy goes up. Yeah. So you want to more happy, then smiling your face like this. Then another second thing is once you took a posture like this, relax, then we just keep your intention first goes to your shoulder. Make your shoulder relax completely. Then take a 3 deep inhale and exhale first. First we exhale. Inhale. Inhale with the nose. Exhale with the open the mouth. Ha, out. Inhale completely. Exhale completely. Then next step is to go to the main practice. Just keep your body relaxed and focus on your shoulder. Let your shoulder not involved. Let your shoulder relax. Then we will continue go more faster, like this. So when inhale through nose, exhale through mouth. The practice is with the time. You can do like one thing very easy, but continue go like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, no break. You cannot, when we practice start to go like you cannot go like spit is coming out, then you try to warm it. You don't do anything, let your spit drop. It's fun, please.
It's fun.
Yeah, just fun. Don't let your breathing break. No breaking. One breathing, one holistic, go beginning to the end. Whether you're committing to do a 3 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, perfecto. Once you do that, eventually you will feel like you're blocked in your shoulder and your finger want a little bit blocked. That's natural. And you don't move your finger, just let it be. You do nothing. And you're feeling the disease because your block circulation into your brain is blocked. So it's normal. So some people very easily get a disease. Once a disease, you make it breathing a little bit low, gentle. Go like, but don't stop, don't break, keep continue. Once you rest enough, keep continue go. Let us try 1 minute, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Ready? Mm-hmm. Always remember, uncomfortable feeling rises, your intention goes to your uncomfortable part of your body. Say, I love you, relax. I love you, relax. Then ha, and then release the energy. It's the universe mantra, universe, incredible, powerful mantra. One of the most holy, secret name of God from the Hebrew language, Jewish language, ha. And so many. So, ready? Okay, let's go. Next, we go more faster. Then forget about the inhale from nose. Just forget about the inhale. Just exhale. Ha, ha, ha. Keep it faster. Then suddenly, last breath, you completely exhale. Then suddenly stop breathe. Then hold. Then you feel the energy will suck into your navel chakra. Okay? Let's go again. You're doing great. holding your air. It's a very simple way, one holistic meditation of pranayama yoga. Yeah.
It's very cleansing. It's very cleansing.
Real cleansing.
It's very, it relaxes all the inner knots.
Yes, yes.
Opens them up.
You-
Opens up the energy centers.
I call the nuclear energy.
Nuclear energy.
Yeah.
That's a good.
When you how you build nuclear energy, then once you shoot all this, each single cell of your body is clean. Then each single cell of your body is back into life. That's amazing. That's incredible.
And you can
Yeah,
feel
you
it.
can feel
You
it.
can feel it happening.
And the people who are around you feel it. Then they got a benefit. Cleansing oneself is the best benefit to others. Without your self-conscious, self-awakening, all the benefit to others is kind of a half, not complete.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's the best way to helping others is first to completely helping oneself from confusions, from ignorance. Ignorance is you don't really know who you are and your precious body, the power and the blessing within in yourself. Once you see that, you experience that, then your existing itself is a benefit to all the universe. Then all universe become back in blessing on you too. That is the automatic of original dependent origination.
Interdependence, yes, interdependence, beginning with yourself,
Yeah.
affecting others,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
comes back to you.
Because the blockage is inside you, not outside.
Yeah, okay. That was a beautiful demonstration. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
thank
sharing
you.
that with us. And I think it helps the viewers see
Yeah.
the actual process.
Yes,
of-
yes.
Instead of just words explaining,
Yes.
the action actually
Yeah,
explains
yeah.
it better.
Yeah, definitely.
So thank you very much
Thank
for that.
you.
We do have a couple of minutes left. Maybe you can play us a little music
Yeah.
and
let
maybe
me,
explain.
let
a
me
little
do
bit.
my Tibetan chanting first.
Please do.
One is, this is one of, this called the Vajra.
Vajra.
Vajra is means the like a diamond, unbreakable, unshakable.
Ah, okay.
So it's which in the Buddhist diamond is a symbol of the bodhicitta. It's
Okay.
the compassion mind. So compassion mind is like a Vajra, is a stable and strong. This is called the bell. Bell is a symbol of the wisdom. Wisdom is must dance. So wisdom only rising after dance. You cannot sit in your body too lazy. You never gain wisdom. So wisdom is a symbol of the family energy, and compassion is a symbol of the male energy. So the perfect male always compassion. If you want to be a good man, good Mr. Man, must practice compassion. You want to be a good Mrs. Good woman, you must have a wisdom. So that's the Tibetan word. Then when we chanting after finish, we go cross like this. You see, there is no separate yin yang. These two is one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix your microphone here
Oh,
so we
thank you.
don't hear a
Do
lot
it.
of shirt noise.
I want to do a one short prayer with the beginning. Om Benzaguru Pema Siti 子月得切切日子，日灭千遍不将别呀，刚见开别足节从可怕。路上这边小了所的。Ha ha 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 ha. Ha is her mantra. Ha. Tibetan yoga is Om, Ah, Hum, Ha ha. Om, Ah, Hum, Ha ha. Om, body. Ah, speech. Hum is your mind. This is called the Dhammaru. Dhammaru is calling the spirit. Wherever you go, so there are so many spirit. Local, the spirit is welcome then to, receive a blessing from the local, the spirit too. Particularly, it's a family spirit.
Okay.
Dakinis. Yeah. So that's one Tibetan instrument. And this one is one of my favorite. Maybe next time we play this. It's a Mother Earth song.
We might be able to go ahead and play that as we go out for the day.
Yeah.
Would you like to go ahead and? Yeah, we'll go ahead and play that if you'd like to. Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Lama. for joining us
Thank
today.
you.
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
And we thank you. And we'll see you next Monday at 3 o'clock. And if you'd like to watch the show again, please visit my website. I do have all of these shows archived. It's apositivelight.com. Thank you again for joining us. And thank you.
Thank you.
And our audience, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, engineer? I feel good.
All my music is comes spontaneously, never repeat.
But it comes from your
Yeah,
heart.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I try to cleanse in then your energy, then I put the music and express in front of me.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I just want to go on for another, at least, yeah. At least.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I
You guys
would-
are doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
You know, make a new possibility medium for the people because people only reach information through the medium, not